first carry for Kenyon Drake. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. From the gun, here's Brissett, and that is incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep is Trevor Davis. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 54 yards. So big pickup that time, and Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got it first and goal at the 6. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Now Mayfield. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now Brissett. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, D! Flex round! Flex round! Bumps up the helmet. Here we go. Here we go. Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Ohio! Ohio! Watch the run.
On 1st down, Drake. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Brissett now on 2nd down. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey. 4 down. Ohio!
2nd down, Brissett. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
I got 86. Here we go.
third down. Brissett being chased out left. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watch ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force. Everything either.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Ohio! Ohio! Get the ball. Flex round! Flex round! 52. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Out of the gun, Brissett. This one complete to Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Running, it's Drake. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Ohio! Ohio!
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Right here, right here. Ohio! Ohio! Where's 52?
Brissett sets to throw it. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mike 52, Mike 52. I got him. Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
give. This is Drake. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Flex round! Flex round! Hey, let's get them holes!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Flushed out right. And this one's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Switch, switch, switch. Motion, motion. Mike 52, Mike 52. Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hut!
Brissett now looking deep for Hilton. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And give him a gain of 37. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On 1st and goal, Drake. Oh, good. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Here's Dalton. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the Colts coming out now. Brissett to throw on first. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Doyle. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Get off the field. Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him. Ohio. Watch the edge.
Brissett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Colts on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Brissett. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. First and 10 for Dalton. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll give it to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you win.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The drive, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Brissett. Flush to his right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
Hey, we got four. We got four down. Ohio!
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they're running right through it. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the gun, here's Brissett. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down, Brissett. They'll roll him out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Vontaze Burfict. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it'll be a second down.
On the ball!
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is...
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. It's second down. Dalton looking. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! No. Ohio! Ohio! Hey, check right, Ohio! Ohio! What we got?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
3 down. Here we go. Red 38.
They'll throw now on the final play. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Trevor Davis now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
We're set on first down. And the catch made by Hilton. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returnable here for Davis. Oh, a nice spin. And an alley to run. He's got daylight. The 30. And it's a Cincinnati Bengals touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And